If you're still socially awkward in the Big 26, you are at a tremendous disadvantage. Not only for one, because AI is literally coming to fuck you, but two, it's never been easier before in human time to build social skills and get better than everyone else at it. Because after the lockdown, after COVID, everyone was scrolling TikTok, not doing shit, and they lost all their social skills. So everyone's a fucking bot, basically. It's never been easier to actually build social skills and be considered charismatic. And building social skills now is more important than it has ever been. Literally. Because think about it. AI is coming to fuck you. AI can already do everything better than you. It can think faster than you. It knows more than you. It's being integrated into every single business on earth. Literally, I was at my job the other day. One of the managers said, he went to the managers meeting. They said, yeah, they're integrating AI even into the gas stations too. It's crazy. So AI is being integrated everywhere, which means the whole world is slowly going to become robotic. And what that means is that since robots are going to be common, human connection is going to become more rare and it's going to become more valuable. Because think about diamonds. Diamonds are valuable. Why? Because they're rare. In a world of robots, the only thing that's going to be rare is human connection. People that are good at talking to people. And that's going to be extremely important in the upcoming years and probably the upcoming months, honestly. And it's extremely important to build social skills in general. Because if you think about it, just the other day, I was laying down on my couch or whatever, and I skipped school like I usually do. I always fucking skip school because who wants to go there? But I was laying down, and I was on TikTok, and I saw this one video. It came up on my feed. It was like a whole bunch of screaming, and it was a person getting pushed away on a stretcher. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I kept watching. It was this guy. I think it happened like March 16th, just a few days ago. This guy, he ended up jumping into an oil fryer at Olive Garden. Now let me ask you a question. This guy jumped into the the oil fryer in Olive Garden. He jumped in head first. His fucking skin is melting. His coworkers are fucking traumatized for life. His body is his skin melted off, bro. He literally deep fried himself. Do you think that person was mentally there? Do you think that person had good friends around him? He was social. He had a great social life. Do you think he had people to live for? I don't fucking think so. Because he just jumped into a fucking fryer. That's the kind of things that happen to people that don't have a social life and don't talk to people and who are not generally likable people. They jump into fucking oil fryers. They jump off fucking Golden Gate bridges and shit. Their life is fucking miserable. Building social skills in general is extremely fucking important. What girl is gonna want to fuck you if you can't hold a conversation? You hear all these things online about women's standards. I want a guy that's 6 feet tall. He makes $100 million a year. I want him to drive a BMW. I want him to fuck good. I want him to all these fucking things on the list. You think any girl is gonna want to fuck you if you can't hold a conversation? Come on, bro. It's extremely fucking important. And thing is, when you start being more social, you start knowing more people. And when you know people, you start gaining power. When you know people, that's how you gain power. Think about presidents. Presidents, what do? They rally, they sit on TV, they do all these fucking promotions, whatever. The reason why the president is so powerful when he gets to the office is because he has an army. He has an army of people that give him power. Same thing with anything. If you think about fucking Jeff Bezos, he's powerful and has all this fucking money because he has all these employees. If everyone at Amazon fucking left, then the whole fucking system was shut down. People are power. So if you want power, and all guys want power, every single guy is in pursuit of power to some degree in their life. So it's a natural, intrinsic, masculine desire that you want to have. So if you want power, you need to get extremely good with people. If you want to be an important person, you need to get extremely good with people. Alright, so if I was still socially awkward in the Big 26, here's exactly what I would do step by step. The first thing I would do is get extremely good at speaking. Because speaking itself is a fucking superpower. if you think about it, if I'm able to sit in front of a whole bunch of people and influence them to take an action, then that's power. Because think about cult leaders. If you're a fucking cult leader, you're gonna sit there, you're gonna convince your people, yeah, these people are bad, we're good, we're on the right path. And you have all this influence and power. So the reason why cult leaders are so influential is because they speak to their audience in a way that's like hypnotizing. They're very charismatic. They're good at speaking. So if you're still socially awkward, I highly recommend you get extremely good at speaking. So how do you go about doing this? A lot of people, they think that, okay, you talk to your friend or you go ahead and you do public speaking. That's all fucking bullshit. You don't need to do any of that. I learned for free. What I did was I sat in front of the camera. I spoke about topics. I spoke about random shit, football, fucking basketball, just stuff in my life, stories, all that, and I would just sit in front of the camera and talk about it. What happens is when you talk about it, let's say you talk about it for like 2 minutes and you press pause, you rewatch it. You want to rewatch it because you want to analyze where you make mistakes. A lot of people think practice makes perfect. Practice does not make perfect. Practice and analyzing the practice makes you improve. That's what the quote should be. So that's what I literally did. All I did was I recorded myself speaking about whatever. I would press pause. I would rewatch the video. I would see where I made mistakes, see where I said filler words, see where I stuttered, see where I lost my train of thought, see where I needed more energy. Why am I not entertaining? I just analyzed it, and I did that every single day for months. For fucking months. Now, if you do it the right way, it's not going to take you that long. But for me to get pretty good at speaking, it took me about a year. And I teach people how exactly they can go about doing that in my communication lab. The link is in the description. It's where I teach people literally everything when it comes to building strong social skills. But yeah, I teach people there how to analyze and do all that tiny shit. But that's what I did. And that's what I would do if I was still socially awkward. I get extremely good at speaking because if you look at social skills for what it is, look at the foundation of it. What is social skills at its foundation? It's speaking. If you get very good at that, social skills is going to be much more smooth. The second thing I would do is that I'd get more accustomed to talking to people. Instead of me trying to go up and start a full-on conversation with people, I would progress into it. I try to make myself more social because naturally I was introverted. Naturally I didn't want to talk to people, and I still really don't want to talk to people that much, even though I have much better social skills. But I'm much more social than I was before. That's 100% certain. So I would try to go and be more social. I would go up to people, say good morning, hey, how are you? How's it going? All that stuff. That's what I would do. And I would get good at small talk. Like if I'm walking down the hallway during school or something, I would see the person, I say hello, I'd wave to them, hey, how are you? They're like, yeah, I'm good. It's small talk, simple shit. I get very good at that. And now I'm very good at that, and it's pretty much second nature. And you'll notice, when you start doing that, you'll notice that a lot of people don't do small talk. They don't say, hey, hello. But if you can be the guy who initiates interactions, you're going to be someone that's very popular. I think they did a study on the most liked people in school, the most popular people in school. Those people, they just liked other people most. Like they would say hello first, they would dap them up first. They initiate things. Those are the most popular people in school. That there was a study. So if you could be that guy, not only are you gonna build small talk skills, but also you're gonna get more social. Your identity is gonna shift. That's the second thing I'd start doing. And the third thing I start doing is to try to build rapport with people, because that's extremely important. That's how you make friends, that's how you make connections, all that. You build rapport. You get someone to feel comfortable around you. Additionally, I'd be trying to do things to make people like me. And one of the most powerful ways to do that is to get them to talk about themselves, because that makes them feel good. The whole basis of that is just making people feel good around you. Are you a likable person? Do you make jokes? Are you fun to be around? All that. If you can do that, people are going to like you. And naturally, you're going to build more rapport. Obviously, there's some more in-depth things that I teach in the communication lab about like not condemning or complaining or being negative. There's like certain principles you want to do, but on the whole, if you can just be a fun person to be around and make people feel good around you, you're gonna be a much more likable person, and people are gonna naturally feel comfortable around you. That's what I'd start doing if I was socially awkward in the Big 26. I can't live that existence anymore. Thank God I finally built social skills. Thank God I finally know how to speak. I know how to operate myself in a way that makes people like me, and I know how to be a likable person. Because anyone who doesn't have social skills and who's socially awkward in the Big 26, I'm absolutely certain they live a miserable existence. So if that's you, I'm gonna teach you what I did to completely change my life in the communication lab. The link's in the bio, or not bio, the description.